Hi everyone, my name is Monica and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I flipped a dresser and 2 nightstands that I found on Facebook Marketplace for $50. I had this set in my inventory for about a month and I was just waiting for the right time to flip it. If you guys saw my last video, I mentioned there that I was going to be gifting this set to my mom as a Mother's Day present. First, I'm going to start by removing the hardware. When I remove my hardware, I always put it in a container or in a plastic bag to make sure that I don't misplace it. I will be reusing my hardware for this flip. I really like them and all they need is a little spray paint. Next, I'm going to start prepping my piece for repairs. This dresser had missing veneer on the side and it was lifting a little bit too. Nothing a little glue and wood filler can't fix. I glued down the veneer and used my clamps to secure it in place. I let it dry for the rest of the morning and came back to it later in the day. To fill the missing veneer, I will be using this wood filler. This product dries in about 5 minutes, so make sure you work fast. Once the wood filler was completely dry, I sanded down any roughness from the patchwork, but I also scuff sanded all 3 pieces to prepare them for primer. Make sure to clean and rinse your furniture before painting it. I used a degreaser to make sure I removed all the dirt and dust that has accumulated over the years. Cleaning your furniture ensures that your paint will stick to the surface of your piece and not the dirt. Trust me, you don't want to skip this step. And here's a little close-up of my water. It's pretty gross. I had to change my water a few times. As you can see here, I'm spraying the fronts of the dresser and the nightstands with primer because all this pretty framework you see here is actually plastic. Yup, you heard me right, it's plastic. I was fooled too. But the funny thing is, I didn't even notice it until Yari from Lily Moon Vintage pointed it out in one of her pieces that was very similar to mine. Now, because I've never used this paint before, I just want to make sure that the paint is going to stick to the plastic. I will be using a sprayer to apply my paint. The paint I'm going to be using is by Melange in the color Patchouli. Melange is an Artisan mineral paint. It's water-based, low VOCs, it's self-priming and self-leveling. Here I'm just going to take my 0 round paintbrush and touch up any places where my sprayer didn't reach. I love the coverage this paint offers, but I still did 2 coats just to make sure I covered everything. I still had about 1/3 of paint left in my jar after I was done painting all 3 pieces. Make sure you guys check them out, and I'll leave the link down below if you want to shop any of their products. Lastly, I'm going to be spraying my top coat. For this, I like to use Polyurethane by Artisan. I usually do 2 coats to make sure it protects the piece for years to come. Also, make sure that you allow enough time between coats to dry before you apply the next one. And while I wait for my top coat to dry, I'm going to go ahead and wash my hardware. I'm not using anything fancy here, just some soapy water and an old toothbrush to clean the underside. I took the hardware outside to spray it there because the paint fumes are toxic and I have a little bird and 3 doggos in the house. As always, when you're spraying, sanding, painting, or using any materials that are toxic, you have to have proper ventilation and a respirator to protect your lungs. I purchased 2 types of gold metallic paint at Home Depot because I wasn't sure which one would look better. The first one you see me using was a little too sparkly, so I ended up using the second one. Both are from Rust-Oleum, and the name of the second one is Pure Gold. I wanted to merchandise my furniture a little bit more, so I bought these legs from Amazon and I sprayed them in the same shade of gold. Here I'm just drilling some pilot holes to attach the new legs. In my last video, I asked you guys if you wanted to know about the numbers behind my flips, and some of you reached out to me through Instagram asking how much I would charge for a piece like this one. Now, before I tell you the numbers, you have to keep in mind that the market is different from state to state. So what I get for my flips may not always be what you get for yours. Like I mentioned in the beginning of my video, this is a gift for my mom. But typically, I would ask about $600 for a set like this. With a total investment of $90, including initial cost of furniture, paint, and other materials, I would expect a profit of about $500. Before I show you the final result, I want to kindly ask you to like this video, comment, and share. This really helps my channel grow and I can continue creating content like this. Enjoy, and I'll see you guys next time.